Hi lovelies, welcome to Zista Update. If today is your first time coming to my channel, you are very much welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe. Without further delay, lovelies, grab your popcorn, let's jump onto the video.
The episode starts with Jhanak crying, recalling her misbehavior with Annie. Anirudh comes out and says, "You won, and I lost. I won't come between you two." Aditya is shocked. Anirudh leaves. Next scene, Lalo's home. Appu preparing for her first home visit after marriage. Appu stumbles, and Kajal holds her. Anuradha says, "You look beautiful." Appu says, "Come with me to my home, Kajal." Anuradha teases her. Lalo asks Kajal about her job change. Anuradha asks Appu to have food and go. Appu replies, "No, I will go home and have rice with V. It's tasty." Anuradha says, "Fine, have sweets." Lalo asks Kajal to answer where she is finding a job. She says, "Wherever I get it." Next morning, Aditya meets Jhanak and gives her a bouquet. She says, "It's beautiful, thanks. I am fine. Did Anirudh?" He interrupts, "You always think of him. I didn't see him since last night." She says, "I knew it. I have misbehaved with him. I don't want him to come back to my life. I want him to stay happy with his family." He replies, "He can't come back now." She says, "I feel Anirudh is my husband. It was my duty to inform him. Maybe I am wrong." He assures her, "No, you aren't wrong. You are right. You are loyal. Anirudh doesn't care, but I do, and you don't see me." She says, "Your life will get a person for whom you want to do everything." He confesses, "I have spent good times with many girls, but when I met you, I realized that I can give my life's control to you. You will stand by me in my difficulties. I know you will be with me as a friend." She says, "Yes, friendship is a precious relation. It is my faith." He asks, "Did you have friendship with Anirudh?" She says, "Never. Otherwise, our relationship would not have broken." He says, "It's not important that every relationship has friendship. A husband and wife's relationship is unique." Jhanak says, "We didn't stay as husband and wife. It was a lie. I was helpless to hurt him. If he has no relation with me, then why did he want to take me along?" Aditya says, "We are friends. I have no intentions about you. I respect you. You don't need to be scared of me. Will you come with me on a trip?" She says, "You have done a lot for me. I won't refuse, but I can't say yes because I said no to Anirudh." He says, "This break is important for you." She replies, "Your work is also important." He says, "Okay, we will go after finishing work." She says, "We will see." He says, "I know. We won't go anywhere." Back at Lalo's home, Kajal says, "Appu is so happy. Take her home." Lalo says, "I am not interested. Commissioner Kaka is going to come home." Anuradha says, "Yes, the culprits who cheated your dad will get caught." Lalo asks Kajal again. She says, "I won't stay in the city. I want to go. Why do you have a problem?" Lalo asks, "How will you go leaving us here?" She says, "You aren't my parent." He says, "I feel responsible for you." They argued. She storms out of the house. Next scene, Aditya says, "I will go. You are recovering. You might be hurt." Jhanak says, "The staff is taking good care of me." Aditya says, "You will feel confined." She replies, "The doctor said I can resume work." He says, "Yes, I will call them. I misbehaved with Anirudh. I feel angry seeing him." She says, "I insulted him a lot." She cries. He says, Doctors gave up hope. Anirudh went and prayed for you. He got a flower and touched your forehead. A miracle happened, and you got fine. Next scene. Kajal avoids Lalo and talks to Appu. Appu says, I miss my mum. Lalo says, I will drop you and come to pick you up after 3 days. Be with your mum and family. Jhanak says, I can't forget him. He belongs to Arshi. She gets sad. The nurse comes and says, Jhanak will get discharged. Jhanak thanks her. She asks Aditya about the bill. He asks, do you want to talk about this? She says, I can't forget what you did. He says, get well soon. Don't worry. I will wait outside. Change and come. Next scene. Lalo asks Kajal to have breakfast. She says, I will have it later. You all gave me much love. I value you all. Lalo says, you won't go anywhere. I will decide it. Kajal says, sorry, I won't listen to anything. Appu says, don't fight. You guys are friends. Kajal says, no, we aren't fighting. Anuradha stops Lalo. He says, Kajal won't go. He asks her to get married. She scolds him and goes. He says, she shouldn't show anger here. Anuradha says, you don't understand it. You don't have this maturity. Kajal won't listen to you. Appu says, I will touch your feet. You are my elder. She touches Anuradha and Lalo's feet. Lalo takes Appu to drop her home. Next scene. Aditya and Jhanak comes to the reception. He asks for the bill. Doctor says, we have made you fit and are sending you home. Jhanak thanks her. Doctor says, we left hope. Your relative came. He had a flower in his hand. A miracle happened, and you got fine. Aditya says, I believe. You all deserve the credit. Doctor says, you give the credit to Anirudh. Where is he? We wanted to thank him. He checks the bills. He says, it's paid. Why? The lady says, Anirudh cleared the payment and asked me to return your check. She gives the check. She says, he gave a note for you. Aditya takes it.